Yo, what's up guys? Basco Show here. Welcome back to a new Shadow Legends video. We finally have some information about the fusion. I woke up this morning and I saw his kit and I was like a bit obviously disappointed because this is not the champions I was looking for, but it's not a useless fusion. I want to make sure about that. And the reason why I'm making these videos is because after I checked the skill of the champion, I jumped into YouTube and I saw a lot of content creators making videos saying that this fusion might be no good, and I wanna put my thoughts about it because it's not as bad as people think it is, and let me explain you why. Okay, so first of all, is a double hit, single hit, and each heal heals this champion by 10%. So let's just say you got him with 100,000 HP, you're gonna heal up by 20% every time you use this single hit, and this 20,000% healing is not as bad. And then you have also now the condition that if the target has no buff, you also increase this champion by 10% for each hit, so it's gonna be a 20% thermometer fill. Again, it's not as bad as a 1. Now jumping into day 2, this is the main skill of the champion. You attack all enemies and then you decrease the duration of all enemy buff by 3 turns. For people that don't know, reducing the duration of enemy buff in arena against target with polymorph doesn't transform you into a ship. I already tested this with half a jack passive. You don't become a ship by doing this. So this is the first champions they can strip an enemy full of polymorph team without becoming a ship. And then let's just say you are facing a team without Duchess. Okay, so you have not spirit affinity, and there is also Negre, because Negre has buff. They have like I think 6 turns, 4 turns at the beginning of the fight. So if you manage to strip the whole team because you don't weak hit, there is no neck red, and you have enough accuracy, you get an extra turn. And then if you get an extra turn, you're gonna use this skill that basically is gonna put an increased accuracy on yourself, and then you can land a true fear. And obviously you also attack all the enemies, so you actually do 2 hits as well. So if you put a bit of damage on him, you can actually maybe kill a nuker. So this combo can be really good in some scenarios. Okay, I'm not gonna say this combo is OP, you're gonna destroy every team. You always have to consider like maybe you're not gonna be able to remove stone skin, but you still gonna be able to remove the other buff if the other buff are not protected as well. So there are a lot of things to consider, but overall this is the first champion that can do this. Strip the enemy team and he doesn't get polymorph, and if he does strip the whole team, you get an extra turn and you put a true fear that is a very annoying debuff. The enemy team might not even get a turn. Okay, so before you skip this fusion, think about it, because this combo is actually really OP. Nobody in the game can do this. Nobody in the game can strip the whole team without getting the polymorph, and this is the first one. So I don't want to sound repetitive, but this skill is OP, guys. And now I'm gonna say another thing about this champion that is very strong. Just bear with me, I'm gonna read the passive first. So whenever an enemy skill is successfully activate while they're under a fear or true fear, you can fill this champion to middle by 10%. And then if you have her partner in the team, whenever an enemy skill does not activate, that's pretty much me, I always skip my turn because of fears, place a provoke debuff on the enemy for 1 turn. So the enemy trying to use a skill, it fails and he gets a provoke as well for the next turn. Very OP, but it does only work if you have Kaja the Bright in the team, okay? And we don't know yet what the champion is gonna do. It's not gonna be a mythical champion, Kaja the Bright, because it's written in orange, so she should be a legendary champion. I'm not sure it's gonna be void or if it's gonna have an affinity, but I believe it's gonna be void. I got a feeling. And then you have their accuracy no battle by 50. Now, what's the other thing that make this champion special? And I'm not joking when I say this. So many times I fuse champion and then I wanted to build it, but I actually never do it because they require books. And what I mean by that? I mean by when you have, for example, a skill that says 80% chance to place through fear, and then you have here like, you know, 2 books that reduce the cooldown, and you have 2 books that increase the chance by 10%. So if you want to have the 100% true fear, you need to have the fully booked skill that make the fear go from 80 to 100%. Now this champion doesn't have this. This champion doesn't have any chance increase from books. So if you want to just use him for a arena point of view content, don't even waste book on him. Just build him with accuracy and make him fast. If you can maybe give him like some stone skill or something like that. You have to use him with a setup where you tryna go second, strip the enemy team, and then nuke him down. You're gonna end the battle in 20 seconds. And you don't need books for this, okay? So you might use him in Tag Arena. You face a team that doesn't have Spirit Champion, that doesn't have, you know, Necret, just like a Python or Uko sort of team. You strip them and you nuke them down with the rest of the team. Like I say, you don't get polymorph, you don't need books for that because there is no increased chance on the book. So you can fuse him and then build him and use him on the get-go. And then one day, if you have spare books, you might want to give him the books. It's up to you. But this is already something that you can use straight away. If I jump into the game, I can show you, for example, champion that need the books. For example, this guy need the 25% in order to boost his chances to 100%. Okay, even here he has a 25% missing. He has the same thing. This champion can strip, but actually can steal, but it's missing 20%. Same things with this guy. I want to use him for his passive, but you need another 25% from books, another 25% here, another 20% here. That's what makes the champion easy. For example, Elder Skargard is similar. He doesn't have any increased chances from books. So if I want to, I can just build him and running like that. It's a champion that I started to build recently. I'm probably gonna do it during this CVC. Ascend him and put him some gear on, and I'm gonna try use him. I'm only missing out on some cooldowns and damage pretty much. The A1 and the A2 can be used like without issue. You don't need books on them. And lastly, I want to talk about Tanarak. I recently pulled a second Tanarak and I struggle a lot in Hydra because I'm missing those 25% here and I'm missing that 20% here. So it's very important to book this champion. Next books I'm gonna get, they're gonna go into Tanarak so I can have easier run because I struggle a lot. Sometimes I don't put the decrease attack or the block buff and it might cost me the whole run. So that's it guys, that was my point of view about this champion. Before you decide to skip a fusion, remember who do you have in your roster. Do you have like a really strong stripper? Do you know how to deal with polymorph? When someone claims that a champion is bad, they might have better replacement for the champion. They might have a void legendary champion so they don't need him. But if you are like a mid-game player, if you don't have an insane roster, this champion might be a good option. And I repeat, for a mid player, you don't have to use book on him straight away, so you can just gear him up and use him. That's very important guys, but the end is up to you if you want to do it or not. Fusion costs a lot of resources, especially if you don't have a resource already set up. This fusion is gonna start this weekend I believe. So don't go out of your way, don't spend money on the game just to get this fusion done. It's not gonna be an insane late game champion, but for a mid player, he can carry you through like Tag Arena to Classic Arena from the lower bracket to all the way to gold by dodging the polymorph when you're trying to strip them. And lastly, another thing to consider is that she's gonna have a partner and we don't know what the partner is gonna do yet, but I think we're gonna find out just before the fusion start because they're gonna release those champions into the game if they want to release Kaja the Rai at the same time. So I know a lot of people that didn't fuse, for example, Karato or other champion, they have a partner and then they actually pull the other copy and now they're missing out on the couple. So fusion, they have a couple. I always tend to do them just because one day if I get lucky and pull the champion, I might have the option to use them together. That's it for the video, guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Do you think I'm exaggerating where I think that this champion has actually have a role in this game? Let me know, please. Leave a like if you enjoyed this content, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I'll see you soon in another video. Peace.